slash find evidence as best he could to pinpoint that the world was only so big. So that if it was actually round and everything else, then like you didn't fall off the edge of the earth like they were thinking at the time. That he had to prove that India was only so far away. And so he found every reference he could saying that it was, as close as possible. And therefore that's why he sailed that direction. That's why he was able to sail that direction.
You learn something new every day, even in the world of Eve. It's one of those weird ones. I've never even wondered why, but now I'm like, actually, it's quite interesting.
Actually, if you want to learn some really screwy shit, there's a book to read called Redemption.
And what's it got in it?
It's called Redemption. It's called Past Watch: The Redemption of Christopher Columbus, and it's a science fiction book. And the general premise is historians far into the future are able to actually look back at various different parts of history. And originally, when they were doing it, the technology was such they could only see things like weather patterns.
Yeah.
And it got more and more refined and powerful and whatnot. And then they could see, actual people and conversations and shit like that. So now they're able to effectively witness history. All right, cool. That's all nice and wonderful. And then they turn around and a historian finds out that you can affect history. And at the same time, the other subplot going on is the world itself that we have is dying. So our world is dying. We're just running out of things like topsoil and blah, blah. Our way of life is ending. So then the question goes is, okay, if you're going to go back in time and affect history, you're going to erase whatever the future is, presumably. That whole science fiction concept of 40 times and whole nine yards. Yeah. Point being is, so if I change the past and the future that beyond that happens, so the question arises: if you can affect only one thing for the betterment of society and future, the thing in all of history, what do you choose?
Give myself the lottery numbers.
Yeah, I'm probably with you on that, mate.
Fuck society.
The question is, and as you read the book, you come to find out various different things in history. So they gave Christopher Columbus the desire to go back. Well, the previous future went back and sent like basically a hologram canister for that, he found on a beach somewhere, basically saying, hey, go west. You have to go west type thing. And that gave him that drive to go do it. It's like it was presented to him like it was like a spirit, an angel, whatever the case is. And that's what gave him the drive to go do it. It's pretty interesting.
Is this a book?
Yeah. I know you don't read. I get it.
I do. I read the cooking times on backs of boxes. That's reading.
The fact that you came out of that quite quickly would suggest to me you probably do.
Warp drive active.
At bare minimum, you
I haven't read a book in fucking ages.
The last book I read was last week.
Warp drive active.
alpha on this gun is so fucking terrible. It's 150.